Lewis here from Mazda of Claremont. Today, I'm excited to sit down with Joey Andrews, aka the Stiglet, winner of the Mazda MX5 Shootout and a Mazda Motorsports factory driver competing in the 2025 Spec MX5 class. I've had the opportunity of watching Joey grow from his days in go-kart racing to now representing one of the most iconic brands in motorsports. His journey is nothing short of inspiring, so I'm excited to share that with you today here on the Mazda of Claremont page.
Thank you so much for having me on. It's been a busy last year and, specifically these last 4 weeks, obviously, feeling on top of the world.
So let's start from the beginning. Can you share a little bit about the journey from your go-kart racing to now becoming a factory driver with Mazda Motorsports?
2 years ago, I was finishing my final year of karting, and I raced in Southern California. And through networking in the paddock, that's how I met my coach, Casey Cook. And at the time, he was racing Spec Miata in Southern California. He told me about all the systems that Mazda has for their ladder program to help young drivers. I mentioned to him that, I wasn't a kid who just was doing karting for a hobby, but, it was a profession I really wanted to pursue. So we started talking, and I ended up getting my race license that summer. Of course, that's how I met you. And once I got my race license, then it was about preparing for the 2023 season where I'd be making the big jump from karting to cars. It was definitely a learning year for sure. When I started out, I thought I was going to be at the front of the field right away, and that wasn't the case. But towards the end of the season, I started making really good progress, and we knew that 2024 was going to be the year where it was going to be a breakout year in car racing. My goal really for 24 was obviously to win the Spec Miata Championship in California and hopefully get on the eyes of and the radar of Mazda Motorsports and get nominated for the Spec MX5 Shootout. I was lucky enough to be one of those 50 drivers that was nominated. Then they narrowed it down at the shootout to a final 6 to compete for a spot on the factory team. And I was one of the 3 drivers selected. So it was absolutely life-changing.
You meet people who say they want to do things in life. Very few do you actually meet that manifest that destiny. So now the next, right, with your challenges and milestones. So every racer has their ups and downs. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced transitioning through the levels of motorsports, and how did those experiences shape the driver you are today?
I think the biggest thing for me was learning to be patient and the inherent learning curve that I was going to face. And of course, you're always learning. But the one thing that I wasn't used to was just how challenging it was going to be, how good the drivers were, how to understand these cars. And I think for me, what was really frustrating was I went into the weekends with expectations. I'd be putting in all this work and the results just weren't there. And the thing I was learning was it was just a slow train of progress, and I had to be patient with it. And then, of course, the biggest inherent challenge of motorsport as a whole is finding the funding to race, because until you're at the very top professional level, you're not being paid. So you have to, get the sponsors, get the investors, or have the money in the first place. So for me, that's always been a challenge of making my season come together and just networking constantly to see, what opportunities are there and how can I make a season happen.
I'd say it comes easier when you have, your talents. So still work though. So now the Mazda Motorsports partnership, right? So being a factory driver for Mazda Motorsports is really a big deal. What does this sponsorship mean to you, and how has it helped you progress in your overall career?
Of course, it's a dream come true. And I think the biggest thing for me is, all the opportunities and all the doors this is going to open. For the first time in my career, I'll be backed by a manufacturer. And it's a pretty amazing opportunity that Mazda gives to young drivers in sports car racing. So the way this partnership is going to work for next season is I'll be driving on the Mazda Factory Club Racing Team for the SCCA Super Tour Spec MX5 races. So essentially, I'll be driving one of Mazda's cars, working with their coaches, their mechanics, their engineers. And then together, they're going to be mentoring myself and my teammates. The biggest thing is getting Mazda's mentorship and getting to work with their pro drivers, understanding, here's everyone's experience, here's what you can learn, and here's how we can grow together. That's the biggest thing about this opportunity I'm so excited for.
Very cool. Like you said, it's a dream come true, but you're still not losing sight. You're not to where you want to be, and this is another stepping stone for you to get there, and realizing it. That's awesome, man. So the Spec MX5 class has a reputation of being intense and competitive racing. I mean, I've seen some of that stuff, and it's pretty nuts. Ultimately, what do you love most about the series, and what makes the Miata MX5 such an incredible car to race?
The thing I love most about the series is going to be how close the competition is. It seems that every year it just gets closer and closer. Plus, at the same time, we're getting to go to so many bucket list tracks. I mean, next year we're going to be at Road Atlanta, Road America. I'll be doing a race at Watkins Glen, Sebring, Mid-Ohio. I mean, just so many dream tracks. And then, of course, the Mazda MX-5 as a whole. As Mazda says, on any given weekend, there's no car raced more than a Mazda. And that's true. I mean, every track I go to, there is always someone with an MX-5. And there's good reason for that. It's the fact that it's still a lightweight sports car. But the thing about the Spec MX5 car that I really like, it's that nice stepping stone between being totally analog, like the Spec Miata, where you're only driving assisted power brakes, but then also, not being crazy modern like the ND chassis MX5 Cup car. And then at the same time, the car is a lot more lively to drive as well. So in the high-speed turns, it's a lot faster. And the other thing about Spec MX5 that makes me really excited about this car is all the support from all the manufacturers that make parts for it. And so this car isn't necessarily ever a finished car. There's always development going on, and it just keeps getting better and better and better.
That's awesome, man. Ultimately, you're going to start the season on a blank canvas, and then at the end of the year, it's going to be like your work of art in a sense, right? Very cool.
Absolutely.
So you're one of the few whose hard work has put them to where they are, right? And there's others who are actually striving to get in a similar spot, right? So looking back to what you've accomplished and what you've worked for, what is some advice that you would give to aspiring drivers younger than you and even older than you?
I think the biggest piece of advice I would give is you really have to love the sport. At the end of the day, motorsport is just brutal on a grassroots level. And especially if you don't come from a motorsport background like I did, there's a lot of challenges you're going to face where there's just unknowns. The biggest advice I would say is having an open mindset, being ready to network with people, and taking on the challenge with an open mind. I think the one thing is it's too hard to set concrete plans for a big long-term goal. And you have to be going into this with the idea that things are going to change. And as long as I'm putting in the work consistently, I'm going to make progress in one way or another.
So in a sense, be like a race car driver on a windy track, right? Like you gotta take it all. So finally, let's talk about a little bit about the future. Ultimately, what are your goals for the upcoming racing season? And how do you plan to keep pushing yourself and your career to new heights?
So the 2025 season, my goals are fairly straightforward. On the Spec MX5 side, my goal is to win the championship and be, right at the front and make a good impression in my rookie season. And then, of course, the other thing is getting nominated for the Mazda MX5 Cup Shootout, which is the next level above. So when I kind of look at 25, there's really two parts of the season. There's going to be the actual racing I do, but then the planning ahead for 26. And I think one thing that's really worked well for me is always thinking 2 years ahead and, being ready for opportunities that are going to come up.
So the work never ends, huh? So before I knew Joey, right, I knew the Stiglet. So can you share a little bit about that with us, right? Like where did the Stiglet come from?
The way that name came about was when I was first getting into racing. I came from loving road cars and watching the TV show Top Gear. And when I saw the Stig, I was like, I want to be the next Stig. I want to be a mini Stig. And so when I was coming up with the name for my social media, I was like, okay, mini Stig, Stiglet, that'll be it. And the name it stuck really well. Everyone seems to call me it. It's kind of my new official name when I show up to a circuit, which is great. And yeah, that's kind of how the journey of the Stiglet began. And then it just grew into my brand as a whole. And that's now a very, very important part of my personality and who I am.
Awesome, man. I speak for, I think, everybody who knows. So the Stig was the guy or gal that they put in the race car or the street car and would just kill it on track. And I think that definitely personifies you 100%. Ultimately, we want to thank you for taking the time to be able to share a little bit about who you are, what you're doing, and what your plans are. Ultimately, we're going to be as a whole, right, as a dealership and as a team here, we're rooting for everybody, but you're the one on the top of our podium, so definitely going to be watching you, man. And just want to thank you for everything and wish you the best in everything that you're doing.
Oh, thank you for this. Really appreciate it.